Ever find yourself squished into a plane seat thinking to yourself, how did I get here? Your knees are pushing against the seat in front of you, there's no window to lean against, the overhead compartments are full, and, as luck would have it, you're sitting directly next to the bathroom. You're not alone. A few rows in front, other travelers are clearly enjoying a very different ride, legs outstretched, bags tidily stowed, dozing peacefully without a worry. What do they know, and you don't? Here's the secret airlines never tell you. Your seat can totally change your flight experience, and there's actually science behind choosing the perfect one. It's not a matter of spending extra, it's a matter of understanding the secret seat selection game that airlines don't want you to discover. If you've ever been stuck in a non-reclining seat, forced to gate check your carry-on at the last minute, or waited endlessly to deplane while others walked right past you, this video is your step-by-step guide to beating the system. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal my ultimate seat selection strategy, a proven method I've used on more than 200 flights, and it hasn't failed once. Before we get into these game changers, remember to like this video. It allows more intelligent travelers to find out about these tips and keeps the channel aloft. Okay, let's begin. Secret Haitian, the last row trap. Here's what airlines don't want you to understand about those back row seats they always try to fill. They're meant to make your flight as uncomfortable as possible. Consider this. How long has it been since you've ever seen a frequent flyer opt for the very back row willingly? Right. That non-reclining seat is not only inconsiderate, it can also be unhealthy on long flights. Sitting upright for several hours causes your back to be in one position for hours at a time, resulting in stiffness and discomfort that lingers long after arrival. And here's the unfair part. You're paying the same price as passengers just a few rows ahead who get to lean back and relax. Add to that the constant foot traffic, noise, and odors from the nearby bathrooms, and it's a recipe for frustration. One of the flight attendants once explained to me that she's had people in the back row hit by the bathroom door several times a flight. So, here's the trick. If you really need to sit at the back, choose an aisle seat in the second to last row. You'll miss the bathroom battle but retain most of the convenience. Secret #2, the exit row illusion. Airlines would adore selling the exit row as a luxury experience, additional legroom, greater comfort, better flight. What they don't mention is that it can prove to be less comfortable than an economy seat. To begin with, you're paying extra for the honor of doing their work. During an emergency, you're technically obligated to help with the evacuation. Not quite chilling, but the real issue is all that underseat space you count on just vanishes. Your bag, your snacks, your medication, everything has to be stowed in the overhead compartment. And by the time you board, the compartments are probably filled up. I found this out the hard way on a flight to Denver. I spent $45 extra to sit in an exit row seat, only to have to gate check my carry-on. It took me an additional hour waiting at baggage claim and nearly got me to miss my connection. And one last thing, those exit doors aren't exactly airtight. At 35,000 feet, you're sitting next to a lightly insulated wall between you and air that's minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're not wearing layers, that premium seat will freeze you for hours. Secret #3, the bulkhead seat trap. Bulkhead seats appear like the ultimate setup, no reclining into your space, more legroom, and unobstructed view ahead. But there's a catch here. Airlines stealthily remove the best aspects while retaining the higher price. Your tray table is hinged out from the armrest, reducing it in size, instability, and usability. Attempt balancing a meal or positioning a laptop is akin to having dinner on a TV tray suspended in midair. And since the armrests are permanent, you miss out on that ability to lift them up and stretch out. The end result? A narrower than usual economy seat. The entertainment screen is integrated into the armrest as well, typically at an uncomfortable angle that'll have you wincing with neck pain after a couple of hours. And to make matters worse, underseat storage is a thing of the past. Everything has to be stuffed into the overhead compartments, which are usually packed by the time you take your seat. That said, bulkhead seats can pay off in certain situations. If you fly light and value legroom over convenience, they may be worth it. Just be aware of what you're giving up before shelling out extra cash. Secret #4, the middle seat nightmare, and when it's actually smart. We all know the middle seat is the worst, but it's worse than you can imagine. You're stuck between two strangers, fighting over armrest real estate, and every time you need to pee means disturbing someone. But here's what everyone never knows. Middle seats get the worst airflow. You're in between airflow vents, so you're going to inhale recycled air and more prone to getting whatever's circulating throughout the cabin. But there is one strategic exception. There are some circumstances where the middle seat can be a power play, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First, you have to grasp how airlines trap you with boarding the flight. Secret #5, the Wilma boarding trap. If you're an aisle seat enthusiast, this one stings. Window, middle, aisle sounds like a streamlined boarding process. In fact, it's actually created to cost you more money. This is how it works. Aisle seat customers now get on last. By the time you board, the overhead bins are stuffed and your well-organized carry-on is in for a forced gate check. The system silently penalizes loyal customers who prefer aisle seats unless they shell out for priority boarding. Here's the trick that they don't want you to know. Reserve a window or middle seat initially. Then, after you've boarded and staked your spot with your bag overhead, offer to trade with an adjacent aisle passenger. Chances are they'll more than happily swap for a window view, and you'll end up where you wanted: aisle seat, bag, overhead, and no upgrade charges. Secret #6, the front versus back sweet spot. Carriers want you to believe it's first class or nothing. But there's a secret spot in economy that provides you with almost the same level of comfort at a fraction of the cost. Rows 6 to 9 on most narrow-body aircraft are the golden middle ground. You're close enough to the front to board early and deplane quickly, but far enough back to avoid the chaos of families with small children, who tend to crowd the first few rows. This zone also offers a smoother ride. You're sitting over or just behind the wings, right near the aircraft's center of gravity, where turbulence feels noticeably gentler. Less motion, less nausea, better rest. But under no circumstances avoid rows 10 to 15. That's where the excess passengers wind up. The ones who reserved late, didn't shell out for seat choice, or got dispersed in the middle. It's the noisiest, most erratic section of the cabin. Secret #7, the concealed seat airlines don't want you to discover. After inspecting a couple of hundred seat charts and actual flight configurations, one seat always provides the best: the solo center aisle seat on wide-body planes. It's the best of both worlds. You have the convenience of an aisle seat without having to continuously get up to accommodate your seatmates all the time. You are situated middle of cabin, directly in the service sweet spot, and feel very little turbulence as a result of the aircraft's balance point. And when the Wilma boarding system kicks in, you're still categorized as an aisle passenger, but without the usual downsides. The secret to securing this seat is timing. Set an alarm for precisely 24 hours prior to your flight when online check-in begins. Have your confirmation number in hand and snap up that center aisle seat the instant it's available. It's the next best thing to flying first class in economy, and it doesn't cost a dime more. Secret #8, the seat guru strategy airlines hope you never discover. Seat maps are created by airlines to serve their purposes, not yours. Those so-called preferred seats they're advertising, many have less than appealing trade-offs, such as being directly adjacent to the galley, bathroom, or an exit that restricts recline. That's where Seat Guru comes in. Simply type in your exact flight number and plane type, and you'll have a color-coded map of which seats are wonderful and which are deafening horrors. It warns about everything: minimal recline, off-kilter windows, lower legroom, and cacophonous areas. This one easy step has spared me awful flights more times than I have fingers. Pro tip: always take a screenshot of your preferred seat map prior to booking. Airlines will occasionally change planes at the last minute, and having evidence on your side can get you to upgrade to a similar seat when they attempt to bump you down without warning. Secret #9, the check-in timing that changes everything. Most passengers check in whenever it's convenient, within the 24-hour time frame. But seasoned travelers know the secret. It's all about the first 60 seconds. Airlines launch their best available seats at the moment online check-in becomes available, and they vanish in a matter of seconds. Set an alarm. Save your confirmation number in your phone. Stay prepared to click as soon as that window is available. I have seen passengers switch from middle seats to upgraded aisles simply because they checked in first. And another insider tip: sign up for the airline's reward program. Even if you never fly with them, it's free and it can provide access to improved seat selection during check-in. One click might make all the difference between comfort and chaos. Secret number 10. When paying for an upgrade really pencils out, this is math airlines don't want you to calculate. Occasionally, paying extra for a better seat is the more fiscally smart move. If you have a longer than 4-hour flight, shelling out an extra $25, $50 for improved legroom and recline can prevent you from feeling exhausted and creaky for days down the line. Being comfortable is a worthwhile investment, particularly when it means you get to arrive feeling refreshed, not demolished. And the key is timing. Upgrade prices tend to plummet in the last 24 hours before departure, when airlines frantically try to sell their higher-priced seats. Look, once when you book, then again 24 hours before your flight, usually you'll see discounts of 30–50%. The ultimate seat selection system. Having experimented with these techniques on several hundred flights, here's the 5-step plan that works almost every time. Step 1. Use Seat Guru to research your exact aircraft before booking. Step 2. Target the single center aisle seat on wide-body planes or rows 6 to 9, aisle side on narrow-body aircraft. Step 3. Set your 24-hour check-in alarm and act the moment it opens. Step 4. If you're stuck with a poor seat, monitor for last-minute upgrade offers. Step 5. Always have a backup strategy for Wilma boarding if you're an aisle seat traveler. The reality is that the distinction between a lousy flight and a pleasant one comes down to 5 minutes of clever planning. Airlines rely on passengers just taking whatever seat they get, but now you know better. Which one of these seat secrets shocked you the most? Have you ever found yourself stuck in one of those awful seats? Tell your travel tale in the comment section below. I read all of them and enjoy hearing your adventures. If this video saved you money by flying smarter, give it a like and subscribe for more travel tips the airlines don't share with you. And before you go on your next journey, watch our video on secret senior travel benefits. You could save hundreds on your next flight. Thanks for watching Fly Smarter, safe flight, and we'll see you in the next video.